each other, and positivity and enthusiasm for the principles you're believed in. Compassion, acceptance, understanding, and determination to continue to fight for what is right. Thank you very much.
The murder of Joe Cox is a tragedy on so many levels. At the centre is the devastation caused by the loss of a mother, a wife, a daughter, sister, and friend. But this killing, the first of a serving female member of Parliament, is also felt acutely by the local community, by the people of this country, and across the world. Jo Cox, MP, championed the democracy and inclusivity of this country, and for that she paid the ultimate price.
Well, Skyfleet Martin is in Bristol in West Yorkshire, where Joe was killed, and the community really a double shock, the murder of the MP, but also discovering that they were harboring this man unknown in their breath.
Well, that's right, Adam, and that was neatly summed up, I think, by the judge of the Old Bailey when he sentenced Thomas Mayer, the man, of course, found guilty of stabbing and shooting of Joe Cox. Mr. Justice Wilkie at first actually refused the request from Mayer to address the court, saying he had ample opportunity during the trial to talk to the court, but had not done so, referring to the bizarre decision by Mayer not to offer up any defence. Cox, said the judge, was not only passionate, open-hearted, inclusive and a generous person, but a true patriot, he said. He, on the other hand, referring to Thomas Mayer, had effective patriotism and admired the Nazis. Now, going back to June this year, I was one of the first reporters to arrive on the scene here as the police were unfolding their scenes of crime day around lampposts, very close to where I am now. And many people in this town were wandering around in a state of, in a haze of shock, really, trying to figure out what had just happened. As I looked up the road here, I could see a bag, a handbag, keys, some high-heel shoes on the ground, which we now know belonged to Jo Cox. She was attending a constituency surgery here when she was approached by Mayer from behind who attacked. He shot the 41-year-old 3 times, twice in the head, 1 in the chest, and stabbed her 15 times. This was a brutal attack on an MP going about her job. And as this trial unfolded at the Old Bailey, we learned more about Thomas Mayer. And as here in Batley and Bristol, since the murder, trying to find the review of Thomas Mayer, and I spoke to his neighbours and those who've known him for a long time, and said there was nothing really remarkable about Thomas Mayer. He was very quiet, he was obsessive about cleanliness. They spoke of him often opening and closing his own skin with a tissue or wearing gloves. But we now know a lot more about him. When the police searched his house, they find white supremacy literature, books on Nazism, Adolf Hitler, statement responds to the challenge of building on that strength while also heeding the warnings in the OBR's figures as we begin writing this new chapter in our country's history. It restates our commitment to living within our means, and it sets out our choice to invest in our future. It sends a clear message to the world that Britain is open for business, and it provides help to those who need it now. So, Mr. Speaker, we have made our choices. We have set our course. We are a great nation, bold in our vision, confident in our strengths, and determined in our ambition to build a country that works for everyone. I can only say. Only weeks ago, the Prime Minister offered a hope of change. The Chancellor offered to reset economic policy. Today, we've seen the very people the Prime Minister promised to champion betrayed. The Chancellor has failed to break with the economic strategy of austerity. The country remains unprepared and ill-equipped to meet the challenges of Brexit and secure Britain's future as a world-leading economy. After all the sacrifices people have made over the last 6 years, I fear today's statement has laid the foundations for more wasted years. Only a Labour government will deliver on the ambition and vision to rebuild and transform our economy so that no one and no community is left behind.
What do you think is the main headline of this? There seems to be two competing narratives. One, the cost of leaving the European Union, the other, the big investment in infrastructure.
Yeah, unsurprising. And the two things are connected. I don't think we would have got this big fiscal stimulus, this borrowing funded increase in investment spending, and when we take everything on, we wouldn't have got that were it not for the fact that we were coming out of some Brexit uncertainty. The first thing to know is just a small cosmetic one. What a thin document is this? 64 pages long. That's half what it was 3 years ago. Normally over 100 pages of document. So no surprise there is unconventional one out of the hat was the fact that there will be no statements in the future. On the substance, the biggest thing, no doubt about it, was the change in the forecast, dampens growth over the next 2 or 3 years, but a large increase in forecast borrowing, 120 billion, which the Office of Budget Responsibility says is the bulk of it is down to Brexit-related effects. That's going to cause a big row with supporters of Brexit in the Commons. They've already targeted the likes of the Bank of England governor. I'm pretty sure the OBR will come within their sight. But have some sympathy for the accountants of the Office of Budget Responsibility. They have to write a letter to Downing Street asking, what is your Brexit policy? We need to have a guide of what's going to happen to migration, what will happen to investment, what will happen to the amount of money that's returned from our contributions to the EU. And nothing came back other than, why don't we have a look at these two speeches? So they have to guess, essentially, the sorts of
are in case you've forgotten what they are. Well, things that all of us what they are because they're basically broken. Overall surplus by 2019-20, you saw that, that's gone. National debt, and what's been falling every year, that's gone too. And welfare spending, the welfare cap, that was also been broken. So let's scrub them out and show you what the happened in the placing of them. So there's nothing special, especially in this one. So the overall surplus, instead of being here with this column, it's next column, as early as possible. That's pretty kind of lax if you want to go. Net debt falling by the end of this column, so again, it needs to fall at some point. And the welfare cap is back, except that this time around the government can decide what it is that can reevaluate it. So basically, each of these fiscal rules is a little bit less tough than what your Gordon introduced. And the expectation is that the government will be able to use it because it's not that tough. In fact, if anything, they're a bit less tough than the rules that Donald Trump or the Labour Prime Minister has in place there. So far, what we're seeing is certainly more borrowing, most of it coming from investment, all of those infrastructure projects that we were talking about previously, housing, road and rail, productivity funds. But it's worth bearing one thing in mind. Okay, this is all pretty big, pretty expensive, about £9 billion a year. But when you take total government net investment as a percentage of GDP, actually by 2021, it is still lower than it was in 2010. So not quite the big splurge in the grand scheme of things that we're having quite up to date. Thank you very much indeed there. Lots of stuff here on Slack.
What makes me agree is that we are still together as one, because we are one and ready for good country.
We have sitting over here, we said that's it, and that's enough experience. We vote up. And then what's left that we want to support the development. I love this country. Modern life is so much easier if you can control your lines at the touch of a button. With Ultra Smart Lines from Aviva, there's no change, sports, or wiring, because these stylish lines are driven by a rechargeable power bank. There's a host of smart options too, through automatic timers, long-term temperature-sensitive control. Everything is there to get your changing just the way you like it. New Ultra Smart Lines from Aviva, the intelligent solutions behind changing. And I want some tools. Sure. Oh, this must have cost you a fortune. No, really, Bill. So they're only one plus system, one battery. Covers every tool. Buy tools without batteries, doesn't come with batteries and chargers. Bring back. No. Right over one plus. One battery covers everything. Be more chance to win stable at Right Over One Plus tool for £5,000. Visit RightOverTools.co.uk/Christmas. At your Furniture Land, you could rent your furniture room in time for Christmas from only £47 per month. You can have all of this beautiful dining room furniture, or all of this beautiful bedroom furniture for £47 per month, and order now for guaranteed Christmas delivery from Oak Furniture Land. Let's have you honest tonight in the Sainsbury's Coffee Friday in America. Also, starting Friday, Sainsbury's, you know the best. We all like people who make our journey easier. We do things without expecting anything in return. Don't think, just act. And that can be the thing that change from it on me. Our people make us Monarch. Find your next life or holiday at monarch.com.uk. That's unprotected.
Let's go on now to Central London about the rest of the start and the program.
Adam, a little bit of breaking news for you because the Labour Party claims to have found a hole in the Chancellor's housing announcements this afternoon. And with me is the Shadow Secretary of State for Housing, John Healy, who naturally getting straight to Sky News. What have you fewer new affordable homes in this period and not more. Now, this is a big hole in Philip Hammond's housing plans if this is right. We say if it's right, you obviously think it must be right. You're a former housing minister. We know in the Chancellor's statement, though, you pretty critical of your record when you were in government. Well, I was the last housing minister in that last 8 years, and it started 44,000 new affordable homes that year. That stands very good contrast to the figures we saw last year, published only last week, which showed an all-time low, the lowest level of new affordable homes built in this country for 24 years. And it's the 60 years of failure that Philip Hammond was claiming to try and reverse in the autumn statement, but the OBR, their report, they're the authority that he cites, say there'll be fewer new homes built and not more as a result of the autumn statement today. That's a big hole in his housing plans. Serious questions in small print here that he needs to answer.
Okay, well, we await the response from the Treasury on this. Your rounds are rated, I'm sure. While you're here, tell us about this cash boost for the Wentworth stately home in your constituency. What's this been?
Well, I'm delighted with this. I've been working behind the scenes for over a year, but it's a real tribute to the work that the Preservation Trust have put into a place for buying, restoring, and rescuing one of the great British houses in this country. We took that case to the Chancellor directly and personally a month ago. And this will be recognised also. This will be a huge boost to jobs and businesses, the visitors to our South Yorkshire.
Why should taxpayers pay to restore a Downton Abbey-style stately home?
Because this is an investment that will allow the trust then to raise another 40 or 50 million pounds. That's the money that's needed to buy the house, rescue it from the current owners in its dreadful state of repair, and also restore it, make it work for the public.
And how long is this going to take? It's going to take forever, surely, isn't it, to make it in a bad state?
The plans are really clear, they're strong, and they're in place. I would say that we're looking for sale within months, and over the next 2 or 3 years to raise the rest of the money that will be needed to put this great home where it should be, alongside the likes of Chatsworth and some of the other great British homes we have.
John Healy, thank you. On there we have Labour talking about stately homes. I'll let John Healy go and chase the Treasury for an explanation as to what he calls as a black hole in the Office of Budget Responsibility report. 13,000 fewer homes, Mr. Healy is claiming, and not the 40,000 more that the Treasury is claiming. Back to you, Adam.
Thank you very much, Lee John. Right now to Birmingham, home of Mr. Hammond's Midland engine. Let's find out the people there who've had a chance to adopt the Mr. Charlotte Lomax there, Charlotte.
We're here on the factory floor Stirring in Birmingham, and this is a high-tech company which makes cutting tools, essentially drill bits. You can just see Andy manually making that here behind me, and they said this company is doing quite well, really, since Brexit. The drill bits that Andy's making there, they'll be supplying to a whole host of firms, including car manufacturers such as Jaguar Land Rover and Nissan, also the aerospace industry. I just want to stop and just show you, they've been investing quite heavily in new technology. Look at the robot is on the factory floor. This is making the finishing touches to some of the drill parts here. As I said, the company is doing rather well. It's a medium-sized business. It's employed about 80 employees here. We're just now going to talk to one of the staff, the production supervisor, Gary Steele. Thank you very much for talking to us, Gary. Now, I know you've been here for 12 years. You've also listened to the statement by the Chancellor earlier. What's your reaction to what the Chancellor said, and do you think he went far enough to help businesses?
It has got certain comfort. I think he could have gone a bit further in some areas, maybe the road
Another cosmic ordinary
You won a Spanish Town Fair after the 5th of January 1999. Did you buy a club membership, waiting time or club membership? Did you buy a contract that lasts longer than 50 years or pay the money to including Australia? Studies in California recently ruled that your club contract null and void when you took their legislation. This is what you thought we've done for clients. Well, time sharing is
When I started the email campaign, I completely forgot to tins. Oh, wait. Can I let my baby boy out? Come on, baby, you can come out. Come on. Come on. Don't you want to come out, baby? Sorry. Sorry again. Look. Come here. He's like in a really odd angle staring at me. Look, he's literally staring at me.
That's our sleeping.
Guess how many times someone came round Ryan here? Once. Come by. They came round once. And Riley here. And he was a good boy then, Riley, so I'm proud of you. Should I stop the broadcast?
Yeah.
Stop.